All right, 6 o'clock, we're going to get started. Mr. Russell has taught us how to use microphones, so hopefully this will work. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, so the reason we call this on an emergency basis is that we got new information regarding Pisgah Mountain abatement request. There actually was documentation sent to the town back on March 25th. It was not responded to due to the transition with our tax assessor resigning on April 8th. So we received another letter from the state on April 15th that we had 20 days to respond, and we're already past that 20 days. So now we're, 28 days past the initial letter. So we got to make a decision and respond to the state. So having said that, I guess I'd look to the board. We have some materials here. We literally have to fill out a response to the state. We've got to fill out a written response affirming or denying Pisgah's allegations. We need a brief statement for why we denied the abatement request, and we need to complete an information sheet. So that needs to be done ASAP. I think regardless of where we want to go and how hard we want to fight this, but having said that, I'm conflicted out, as I've said in the past. I think if we do want to fight this hard, we're going to need to call a special town meeting and appropriate more legal funds and other funds. So it's a path we can go down, but I just would say keep that in the back of our minds. I think there is an option on the table of trying to meet them in the middle and try to diffuse this situation, but again, I'll leave that up to the other 4 members, and I'm going to recuse myself. Thank you.
John, are you going to write the letter?
No.
So it's going to be
I'll write it on behalf of what you 4 decide.
That's what I mean.
But I don't want to get called and have this letter go out that I got in the notice, so. What's that, Sandy?
Can I say something?
Yep, absolutely.
I just did this today for you, with Pisgah Mountain, when we started in 2017, what it was valued at, the project was at 18 million, as of 2025, it's up to 21 mil. So I just broke that down, showed you some of Maple's comparisons. Their projects, of course, only 3 years in, so they're at 32 mil last year. Same amount of towers. Silver Maple towers are bigger and more advanced, I would say, versus Pisgah, the older.
I've been sitting here talking back and forth. I think, do I believe you're giving the 13 million back? No. But I think we got to at least drop it back to what we were charged last year, right there. And that's like that's giving them back 9 million change, and see if that'll get us to the next olive branch that we need to go to, and then at that point, hopefully we can get somebody hired that can actually do the solar arrays and do the windmills and actually do the job that's kind of open for them. That's what I'm thinking.
Are you saying to take the evaluation back down to the 2024 of $11.8 million? So, and I don't know the answer to this question, I'm just asking it, is then they're going to say, well, why'd you raise Silver Maple also at the same,
and we can't answer that because our assessor actually stood in front of everybody and says that you don't know crap about doing it.
That's not the question.
So we can't look at the assessment as a whole going on. We did have a reevaluation, our land values went up, so their land values went up. What depreciates on them is the towers themselves, not as a whole. I think the land value, if we explain to them, I think it should stay the same. It's the same as everybody else's went up.
Right.
But the towers need to come down. Last year, the land value was 320,800,000. No, 320,800. And the towers were 11,519,800.
Yeah.
And their land value went up. All our land value went up. I think that should stay the same, and I think, they're pulling it in as one big lump sum, and it's not real. The increase in land is gonna happen if we have increases.
Great.
The towers, they need to depreciate. They never should go above the year before. That's my opinion.
And you can actually see too that, I mean, they have dropped down, and all of a sudden, boom, they doubled.
But I have to say, I don't know that we have any room to negotiate at this point. At the point it's at, it's gonna cost us money to try to negotiate this, because they've already engaged, the Maine Land Use Regulation Commission. So I don't think there's any negotiating. We either give it to them or we don't.
But if they get what they put down, it would be down to what, 8 million, we'll be taxing them on, right around there. Unless we change, if you keep the line on the same.
You take the 13.
Right, but I don't think it's gonna cost us money to go fight this.
Oh,
We can't approach
absolutely.
them,
Absolutely.
and we have no legal funds left. So either way, we're gonna have to go to a special town meeting.
Yeah, but, I mean, that's not really setting a good example. I mean, that means anybody else can say, well, wait a minute, I don't want to pay that much money on my taxes, and so do I just go hire myself a lawyer and say, I'll see you in court? Because that's what's gonna take place.
Well, it's not a court.
It would be.
It's Land Use Regulation Commission, and they do this, for all big projects. But there's a huge error here, Lee.
Oh, yeah, I agree that there is.
I just,
Yeah, but I just think dropping it down to 13 million is a lot in one shot.
like I said, I don't think we're in a position to negotiate at this point. If we send that paper back and say, we made a mistake. Sorry. Or we can try to negotiate a couple of $1 million in value, not even. It's $200,000 in value.
They seem to be okay with 2024, that's when after that, the revow.
And that's what I was thinking, I mean, I think it'd be fair to send them a letter saying, hey, you know what, would be.
We can't send them a letter. It's all going through this state review
Yeah,
board.
but John's gonna, whatever we come up with, John's gonna write the letter to them.
But it's going to court. It's going to go to court.
Yeah.
We can't negotiate with Pisgah. We could have probably a month ago, but we can't now.
Because on January 14th, the board denied the waiver. And that's where it started from there.
But it was, what, a month, little over a
We
month
had
ago,
heard,
when I brought that sheet explaining this big error. And we could have done something about it then.
Would there be a mediation?
I'm not sure.
I don't think any of us are really sure on it, honestly, but. I think it needs to be fair and reasonable to our own residents, that's all. And especially the people that have to look at it and drive by it every day.
Thing is, I think our time of negotiating is I mean, we can rebut, but try to do it on our own, but
I'm not going to court. I'll tell you that, I'm not that old.
So, according to their sheet, unless I did math wrong, they're saying the building assessment was 21, all right? And I'm looking on, don't have a page number, but it has the bar graph at the bottom.
yeah,
So if I'm understanding this correctly, they got the depreciation rate, and then they go the 2025 building assessment at 21.78 million, and then they're requesting a reduction of 12.8 million. So basically bringing it down to the valuation of it at 9 million for, now is that strictly the building, or is that building and land? I guess it would be my question. Because if we're considering that to be the building, then that would be in line with the others, the rest of it depreciating. And now I presume their taxes are based, correct me if I'm wrong, they get taxed on the turbines itself and then the land as two separate things, correct?
And it's broken down right up here.
Okay,
Yeah,
so,
total of 21 mil 780.
The bottom of it, it depreciates 5%.
so what they're,
They have one other page.
yeah, but they've been here. 18,500 total.
so they're not disputing the land evaluation going up, they're just disputing the structures themselves that are going up.
Well, if you
It's
notice,
the whole thing they got. It's the whole thing.
if you notice their number, they've got 21,780,000,
Yep,
That's
and they were only assessed 21,210,200.
That's just a building, Cindy.
What?
The number, you looking at
Oh.
what I wrote over there?
I see,
Yeah.
I see what's going on.
No, you,
So, yeah,
okay,
so,
so you just did the
so-
building.
I just did the building,
All right,
because I wasn't sure
yeah,
about
so
the land where you're
those
going.
two, so they went for saying both things went down in value.
and they've got both on here.
Right,
Yeah.
instead of just the building.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah,
they're actually asking for a reduction. They said the land value and their structures went down in value is what I'm interpreting.
but their land didn't go down.
No,
No,
but the structure,
the structures did.
And the structures last year were 11,519,800. And if they're supposed to depreciate 5% a year, you would take 5% of that away to get what they should have been in this current year, correct?
Just on the building structure.
Just on the buildings.
What would that be? What's 5% of 11 million? I don't, I'm not sure.
well, there again, it's necessary not to exceed 70%.
200,000?
Because isn't that what this says, is this depreciation?
Yeah, it says
Schedules.
5% reduction, but not to exceed 70%. There's catch 22.
So if you look at, like Greg was starting to say, the 2024 value was almost identical to what 2025, 12,161.
Where do you see that?
Well, I was just adding up, the 32800 was what you said was land value in 2024.
The land value in 2024
Yeah,
was 11,500,000, not land, Land was 320,800.
And the building was 11,840.
No, 11,519,800.
Also, the 1180 is what it
So it went up just over $9 million.
is. Yeah.
And 5% would have been 575,900.
Yep.
That would have brought it down.
So if it was 11 this, it would have brought it down to about $11 million.
But they're saying it's 8.9 million, not 11.
Right. Because they're trying to do both.
Right.
And
So, I guess I see three options. We try to fight it, which I don't think we're going, well, it can be more than three options. Try to fight it, I don't think that's an option we're willing to take, so that's off the board. Next option is to come back and say we made a mistake, but the thing is, and we're gonna have to take a loss on it, but we're gonna have to figure out how to get the numbers correct for this next year, but then that's gonna be another jump for them because of the land value, not necessarily the structures, but the land value will have to make up for the difference in the land. I don't want to say make up the difference, but what's the words I'm looking for? Have to evaluate it correctly on the land. Because right now they're saying the land went down in value, and we know that's not the case. So they're still going to see an increase next year, but we gotta, I don't know how,
Why would they see an increase next year?
because
We're gonna have somebody that can address it and do it right.
they're saying the land depreciated, right?
They're trying to make it depreciate, yes.
Right, they're trying to make it depreciate,
Yeah,
and we know the land value has gone up.
yes, yes.
So if we reevaluate them for next year, this coming year, their land value costs will go up, but their building structure value will go down. And I don't know how that will look.
5%.
Yeah, well, 5% of the structure, but I'm not sure what the land value percentage would go up. I don't know how much, because we did a reevaluation, everyone's land is now worth more, and I
Right,
don't
but
know.
that's where this increase came.
Yeah.
Right,
So they've already got that in.
yeah, but they're asking for a reduction in that
Right.
also, though.
Yeah, so, but if we don't want to give it to
Hmm.
them in this thing,
I don't know how we articulate that, though.
yeah.
I think we have to write in a letter what we're willing to do and. other-
Well, they probably want someone to represent
We
us.
probably have to have somebody.
I nominate you.
Well, I mean, originally, this was turned over in the beginning, was turned over to Stephen. And I see where, that was back in January, that's when Dennis was in charge. He turned it over to them to oversee it and look at it. I mean, maybe it should be Tim Pease that writes a letter for us, unfortunately.
I wonder if one of us could contact their attorney.
I wouldn't see why not. We would have to vote on it and nominate one of us
Yeah.
to reach out to them and say, hey, look, we
Yeah.
made a mistake.
Yep,
Instead of paying everyone to go up, I don't know if that'll work, but,
At least it's willing to show that we're willing to do something.
right.
Not to sit here and twiddle our thumbs,
yep.
for sure.
Admit we were wrong,
Yeah?
Yep,
we made a mistake, but they want us to give them an abatement based on the whole assessment of the whole project.
right, not just.
And we're willing to give them an abatement on the towers.
Yes.
The land
Yes.
value in town went up. There's nothing we can do about that.
Right.
And it's not fair that they get an abatement on it and every other citizen in town doesn't.
Correct.
You feel confident talking to the lawyer? Then, no?
Legally.
All right. So, we'll make a motion to,
So, well, we got discuss, sorry if I.
No,
Maybe
no
either way,
problem.
sorry.
I'm listening.
Your thoughts on all this?
I agree with you.
Okay.
Just.
I mean, I agree with you. I think we should have a number.
John is good.
I think the board should have a contingency plan too, though, if they tell us, no, the paperwork owed to the state needs to be filled out, it needs to be sent to the
Yeah.
state. Because we're
If
already past due on that.
You think we should get Tim Pease to do it?
I don't think Tim Pease isn't gonna be able to tell us why we think that it's a certain value. He's gonna tell us to figure out what the value is and defend it. He's not gonna do that for us.
We don't really know the value ourselves either, I don't. None of us has thought up for 10 is what's that's worth. I mean, that's being fair and reasonable.
I think we let them tell us the value of the towers or what they expect them to be.
Well,
Redo their numbers so it doesn't include the land.
I have a question. Is there somebody on the state level we can contact that come and just appraise these towers? Nobody on the state level?
We can't change it now because we've been assessing them for 10 years.
Right.
And like Mark said in the meeting, he used the, I would say, the value it cost him to put them in there with the depreciation schedule.
And that's exactly how
And
it
you
was
can't-
shown from the beginning.
You can't stop midstream and jack them up and say, hey, well, this is the real number we need to use it. I mean, that's not fair to them, but
Do you feel good about writing a letter too?
well, let me talk to them and see. I'm not real good with writing letters, but
No.
you can write it.
Yeah, I got the patience with it. Just like anybody else.
I think we'll get it done, but I try to get it done so this doesn't cost the taxpayers any more money than it has to.
Maybe you give the facts to Tim Pease and then have him write it.
We don't have time to wait on attorney. He's not even in the office. We need to respond to the state ASAP. They're angry.
right, I think we
The
have
state is
to,
upset at us.
Yes.
I think we have to do both at the same time. We have to respond. So the question is looking at this, it says, state whether you agree orally or in writing to delay the decision of the assessor or local board of assessment review, yes or no. This is the information sheet, and looks of it, that's what we need.
Specific date on which taxes were due for the year in which the assessment is being appealed. The date said taxes were paid and the amount of interest paid. State whether all outstanding taxes have been paid, yes. And then give them an appeal.
So everything's here.
What was the due date on the tax? Was October?
Yes,
October,
first.
so the due date was 10/1, and they were paid on 9/12. And the tax year is 2025. No interest paid. Paid whether all outstanding
Did they actually
taxes
get
have
the
been paid, yes. State the commitment date. When were the taxes committed? July?
Probably like last week, because we usually meet for our meeting in July to sign it.
I'm just gonna put them on.
Yeah.
Four cases involving non-residential properties. And comparing the estimate of time required for the hearing to the nearest half-day probability of settlement.
July 14th was the assessment they were appealing of 2025, July 14th,
Okay.
Yeah.
just to let you know.
So this question here, gives a couple of options. An estimate of time required for hearing to the nearest half day. Probability of settlement. Very high.
What do you mean that's?
They said very low. We could say very high.
Yeah.
Whether a court reporter is to be present for the hearing, number of persons including witnesses expected to participate in the hearing. So it says, state whether you agreed orally or in writing to delay the decision of the assessor or local board of assessment review.
I wish I had a copy.
Huh?
I wish I had a copy so I could go along with him.
For cases involving non-resident. So they said no on those?
Yeah. So now they,
State whether you agreed orally or in writing to delay the decision of the assessors or local board of assessment review.
So that tells you they're very low.
There,
When they answer very low.
They don't think we're gonna settle with them.
they know they've got a case and they're gonna win, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right,
So we want to say hi. We want to say we're going to set.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if we say high
We're willing.
for probability of a settlement, then we're willing to
We're willing.
mediate,
Right.
correct?
Yes. Is that a form that you have to fill out to get to
Yes.
tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we want to answer that very high?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Let me up again, though, we could write something in there.
So, yeah, this one here,
Sorry.
This is a blank one.
Thanks.
we don't need a court reporter.
I'm so sorry. I started talking late.
Number of persons, including witnesses, expected to participate in the hearing.
They don't have.
They
doesn't say that, we all-
They put eight.
Yeah,
Well, that's saying how many people they would bring to,
we would bring.
right, and we're gonna say how many, if we were to go, how many we would bring, so.
We have to have probably at
They
least
have
three.
eight.
You go if you want, I'm not going.
I think if I go, I'd have to speak.
Yep. Probably would.
But I would think we'd want someone there.
We should have at least one,
Right,
no matter who it is.
right.
Okay, so I'll put one in there.
I put one in there for now, and I don't mind going if need be.
Okay, so the first one, state whether you agreed orally or in writing to delay the decision of the assessor or local board of assessment review. You agreed orally or in writing to delay the decision.
They stated no on theirs.
Right,
So they don't agree with our assessor.
right.
I don't think we agree with our assessor either.
This is true.
Oh, dear.
We're,
Right up to today's date on it.
basically admitting.
Because if we're saying that, yes, we did do it, then we're not agreeing with
Right.
the assessor.
So I've checked now.
Yep, I would check no on one.
Right, but
No.
Now I want an estimate of time required for hearing to the nearest half day.
Then the responder, you're gonna have to write over here, you're gonna have to write Clifton.
Yeah, but A,
I think they stated 2 days for the hearing.
Just put one. Go low on that, go low.
Go low.
1 day?
1 day.
Yeah. I mean, it should be a pretty good check.
Because we're gonna be high on the,
Yep,
workable, we're workable.
yep. And hopefully we won't even have to have this.
Right.
But and then I think it's real low. Check it out, make sure.
We take a motion to have, so when you sign it?
As long as everybody's okay with it.
If you'd like to review it. Well, I think we should make a motion, if we're gonna have Cindy sign it as the one authorized
Yeah.
to do it.
I'll second that.
Let me make it. Wait a second. Let's have everyone be able to review everything first before I make that motion.
Should put 2 people on the ballot.
It's only one line.
No.
How many people would that?
Number of persons?
Probably could have someone sign below.
No, it's not about signing.
The ones.
We were wondering about the number of persons, including witnesses, expected to participate in the hearing.
Yeah.
And one.
You should put 2 just to have someone else's
In case somebody gets sick.
opinion or,
So you have a wingman.
yeah.
Okay.
Always good to have a wingman.
Top guy.
You don't want to be bombarded.
Makes sense.
You got that
So
one.
you don't get one coming back.
Same thing.
Are you changing it?
Okay.
Put 3, we'll go.
All right, so you have the problem with the, I'll make the motion, you can see it. I make a motion that we authorize Cindy to sign it on behalf of the town of Clifton.
I'll second that.
Do we have a second? Do we have any discussion? Seeing no discussion, shall we have a vote? 1, 2, Cindy, you voting?
Sure.
3, unanimous with 1 abstaining? Sorry, not unanimous. 4 agreeing, 1 abstaining
Yes.
because of conflict of interest. And I'm going to let Cindy finish writing. I'm going to make another motion here in a second.
But I have a question before we make any more.
Okay.
So are we just gonna send this in
I would make,
and go from there, or should I try to contact?
I think we do 2 things. We ask Deb to make a photocopy of it.
Yep.
Or scan it in for our purposes. And we send it into the state ASAP. And then we, at the same time, I was going to make a motion to authorize you to reach out to them and see if they're willing to talk about it.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay.
And then,
I'll write that down. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to make a motion to authorize Cindy to reach out to Pliska Mountain to see if they're willing to talk to us, but not authorize to make any agreements, and only to bring it back to the board for any discussions or results of that meeting.
I'll second that.
We have a second. We have any discussion? Seeing no discussion, I'd like to have a vote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and 1 abstaining for a conflict of interest. Back to you, Chair.
So we want to get copies of that?
Yeah.
We want them tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate the attention to that. And I think if, depending on what we hear, if we need to schedule another meeting to not, and again, I don't like having meetings for the sake of meetings, but this is our largest taxpayer and the state's involved, so we've got to address this one way or another properly. So I think we're on the right track and good. So given that, we don't have it on the agenda, but the tax assessor, the search for that, I think is more critical now than ever. So Cindy, do you want to give an update on that?
Sure.
And ask Debbie for anything that's missing, we need for information, just so we can get that out to folks that are potentially interested.
Yep. So I contacted Justice up here. I contacted the 4 that were on that paper that I gave you. The lady that does Eddington and VZ has declined only because she is actually from Biddeford. And she travels up here for those 2 towns. But she said if we got in a mess, she could do a short term until we could get into, get somebody into the position, but she really couldn't, she wasn't interested in the position. The other 3 I have spoken with, I've emailed, they had a bunch of questions, I put them all together, I sent them with answers other than a document that Debbie's gonna send me hopefully in the morning, and answer the one question of what our deed paperwork looks like each month from the registry. Other than that, they're all working on their books, so hopefully we'll have them very shortly.
I think as soon as we get to the back, we have a very significant.
Yeah, totally agree. So Lee just said that meeting. So we've got at least 3 people that are potentially interested though.
Yes.
That's awesome. Okay, good. Okay, thanks for that update. The Casella road repairs, Greg, do you want to give an update on that?
Yes, so Casella's claim adjuster reached out to me by phone, and he said he looked at the pictures and stated that the road collapsed out from underneath the trash truck, and that he was going to mail a letter to the town saying that they were denying the claim. I've had many people reach out to me and also up to Cindy, who have stated that they saw the truck actually drive off the road. The road didn't collapse out from underneath the truck. So I think Cindy also made a suggestion, I'm not sure what the board thinks of it, is that we could also file a claim through our insurance and state our cause, and I would I would suggest before we file that claim, we probably could ask any town citizens if they're willing to write an affidavit stating what they saw, if they're willing to do it. I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not, I'm looking for the board, but that is what I know so far.
All right, I guess my only question would be, could we get a quote from Lakeside or somebody just to see how much money this actually would be to fix? Because if they quote us a few $1,000s, I'd say that's short money rather than getting insurance involved in filing a claim. You know, obviously this is my opinion only, if it's, you know,
10,000.
yeah, exactly, that's a different story, but if they're willing to do it for $2,500 or something reasonable, something in that range, I don't think it's damaged that badly, so,
Didn't look at that bad.
no. So maybe we get a quote, and if it's a reasonable amount that we can decide, we'll just have them do it, and if not, we'll reassess.
Jesus.
Do you want me to reach out, or would you?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I'll reach out to Lakeside and see what they have to say, and I'll bring it back to the board at the next, as soon as they give it to me.
Perfect, well, that's easy. Not on the agenda, something else came up today, I got a complaint about the table that's sitting outside, so I don't know, do we want to make a decision on that? Do we want to try to put it out to sell it to somebody or donate it? I don't know, I don't think I go either way.
Probably really not.
It weighs like a bajillion pounds.
Yeah.
The only way I got it out of here was sliding it across the floor.
Yeah.
So the thing is overly built.
I put a free for the taking sign on.
Solid oak.
I would just say whoever wants it, come take it, and if they don't, I can bring my saw down and cut it in small pieces and dispose of it, so.
I don't know if the folks that I didn't get the complaints directly, but I don't know if anybody's talked to the office about it, complaining. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I'd say maybe the town could put something out, maybe we ask the church or Cummins Hall first if they want it, and if not, we can put it out to anybody in the town.
Free.
Okay.
Wheel it down the road, right?
Someone would probably pick it up.
Yeah.
Free. No, I won't take it, it says
Can I
free,
ask
for
a
$10.
question?
Yep.
About something not on the agenda?
Yep.
And I can't remember from last meeting, but I know that we were gonna put Chip Hill out to bid. Has anything been done on that, or? I mean, we're running out of time, we should have put it out to bid last fall in order to get a contractor this year, so
Last fall we had one,
that's what I
but
said.
I mean.
I'm trying to make a
Oh,
point.
I
It's neither
see.
here nor there, Cindy's got a valid point. We should put a bid package together and say, we're looking to have this road paved, and send it out to folks. I was told the road needs, what?
Put out an RFP.
Yeah, yep, just to complete the road up to residential specs. And I think you could put those on MMA, right, Debbie?
Yes, you can.
So I think if we put something together, we probably haven't done this in a while, so we probably don't have a template
For MMA,
for using bids.
ChatGPT will do one for you.
Because really, what I was told until last meeting is the road just needed to be paved. So I think we could reach out, it's really a paving quote, whether it's B&B. I think they were the ones that were involved last time.
B&B and Wellman's put a price on it, Ralph.
Who was the other company?
Wellman, actually, he just tried to reach out to me today, and I'm actually gonna give him an email address.
Okay, yep, I have no problem with
The guy's name is Ralph, good guy.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
But if we could get something together, we could vote on it at the next meeting and get it put out.
That'd be awesome.
I just, we ought to get this done sooner than later.
Nope, totally agree. Okay.
One other thing, we all know one way or the other, this abatement is gonna cost money. So we're gonna have to have a special town meeting.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Cindy's right. We're already basically at our legal budget for the entire year between the election and this issue and some other things. So maybe we wait until next month and we'll set a date for a special town
Yeah.
meeting. If that works for you.
Makes sense.
Hopefully with our new protocols, we can keep legal costs under control a little bit.
Because if we can't get a quote on the road, for what we have in the budget, we're gonna have to address that at a special town meeting.
That's a good point. We could do them together if we needed to. All right,
And Greg, you're doing the RFP, right?
I can, I've never done one, but I'll figure it out.
we can maybe even go to any, I know they just did something for,
Yes,
If you go right on the website
yep.
and go on, jobs and RFPs, towns put them out all the time.
Okay,
And I think there's templates too.
okay. I'll do this.
I'll show you.
Yeah, and when I give you that email, when I forward you that email, you'll see kind of what it broke out for, what it's gonna take for materials too.
Okay.
That 9.5 and the two different types of stuff it's gonna take.
Just make sure you include backing up the pavement.
Yes.
okay. Only other thing I had that it wasn't on the agenda again, so I apologize. I noticed today, I went to main listings and the property we said we were gonna list, it's not listed anywhere, so I didn't know if we could try to get that listed.
I'll give you a call.
Okay.
And on the next meeting too, we should some money go up so that people that may talk to us.
Yeah,
About
Oh,
the being in the rear of taxes.
okay, does any public comment, do we have anybody sign up, or does anybody want to say anything? That's a, I think, first. All right, other than that, the only other thing on the agenda was an executive session. We wanted to have one MRSA 40568 personnel matters.
I'll second it.
I didn't make a
Oh,
motion.
you did? I thought you did.
I make a motion then?
I'll make a motion that we go into executive session.
Okay,
Professional matters.
I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. All right, thank you.